Hey everyone, I can't believe it's already June. Wow, it's just amazing how fast this year has gone by. The market for May didn't really go anywhere. It was kind of interesting. We had a new high set right around the 6th of May, somewhere around 42.30 on the S&P 500. And then all of a sudden we had a nice sell-off for a couple of weeks. And then now we've rebounded and we're right back up near that high of about 4,200, 4,230 on the S&P. It'll be really interesting to see if the market is able to break through that level and make new highs, or if it will bounce off of it and head back down for a little bit. Personally, I think that it'll bounce off of it, head back down just a little, and move kind of sideways through the summer. Once again, I don't have a crystal ball, so we'll see what happens, but I would imagine that this summer will kind of be a bit of volatility and sideways movement as we digest all the new numbers coming out, as the economy really opens up after the COVID, and we see just kind of how things start to lay a foundation for the economy over the next 6 to 12 months. One of the things that we're definitely seeing is the continuing theme of inflation. Oil for the first time has gone over $70 a barrel in the last 2 years. So we're at a 2-year high on oil. And by all the information coming out of Washington, it doesn't look like they're going to see much of a assistance on getting that down. So I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of summer we're not seeing even higher oil prices. Recently saw an article in Virginia that showed gas was running about $6.99 a gallon. That's really high. I know that we recently filled up our car and it ran us about $99 for a fill up here in California, which once again, definitely seeing consumers spend more money on travel and energy. So we'll see how that continues, and definitely is pushing that inflation theme much greater. Also, airlines. American Airlines just announced that 47 of their 50 biggest business clients indicated that they would be back to more normal business travel by the end of the year. So you're definitely starting to see the consumer travel already is kind of in full speed. If you show up at an airport right now, it's amazing how crowded they are. Business travel should be back on track over the next 2 quarters. And so I think the airlines and the transportation will be doing very well. Once again, putting more strain on that energy sector as we move forward. The other big theme has been jobs. How have jobs been looking in the economy, or the lack of employees? And that's one thing that definitely is still coming around. Saw an interesting statistic recently that showed 30% of all manufacturing jobs in the United States were created in the Southwest. Basically, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. So once again, jobs kind of consolidating in certain areas, but definitely the lack of applicants has been a huge topic. I was just eating yesterday at a restaurant down in Temecula, and they had indicated to me they only had 4 servers, and 3 of them were having to drive from their Ontario location to get down there to actually keep the restaurant open. So you're most definitely seeing still a strain on the employment market, and we're seeing just not enough employees for the number of jobs that are out there. Once again, keeping inflation higher and pushing that scenario kind of in the market right now. Last thing that obviously has also been a theme has been the housing market and what's taking place there. The last 2 weeks, actually, we've seen a bit of reduction in the number of homes that are being sold. So we're kind of watching this. However, I really feel the reduction has nothing to do with lack of demand. It has more to do with low inventories, the fact that there also is starting to price people out of the market because of housing prices going so high. There's also a lack of new homes due to the fact that there is a lot of restrictions and regulations on building new homes. So home builders are having a harder time getting projects on the board. So those 3 things are really keeping housing kind of down a little bit. Not necessarily that people don't want to buy homes, but just simply that there's a lack of homes to buy. So sales numbers have been a bit soft the last 2 weeks. We'll definitely keep watching to see if this trend continues. Other than that, like I said, I think this next couple of months should be relatively sideways for the market. I don't anticipate any huge upswings or downswings, but once again, nobody has a crystal ball, so we'll have to find out. I hope everybody has a wonderful beginning to summer. If you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate to call and ask. We love hearing from everybody. Thank you.